Hello and welcome to the call. This is Andy Morbitzer, CEO, Panther Strategies. A great year with many possibilities, many great opportunities around the world and real property assets. And it's what I always refer to as ROE, return on energy, meaning if you're going to build a business, you can earn money building the business. And of course, all the products that we have in Panther Strategies in a perfect world will make you money as well. And we'll get started here. Welcome to Panther Strategies. As we get started, as I mentioned, or just about every product that we have with Panther are money in one form, shape, or another. So it's critical when I talk about return on energy that if you're going to make an assessment of a new business, get into an opportunity, well, it's always great if you can hedge, diversify, earn money on the products that you represent, insure, hedge, all these things. We have it all right here at Panther Strategies. So over the last 2 years that we got involved with strategic metals, GEGA and germanium, gallium, and indium, they're up 31 to 184% in that product that we offer that's readily available now. So we won't get into rare color diamonds today. I want to focus more on our green product and cryptocurrency, but you can see in the future here, sometime this year, we'll break out some rare colored diamonds as well for you folks. Precious metals is insurance. As many of you know, if you've heard me on these calls, that Panther is all about protecting what you have, insuring and hedging what you have, investing from a position of strength, and then of course speculating. And the first prong, or the first foundation, which I believe everybody should have some physical possession of, is gold and silver. AG is up 500% and AU was up 200% on the last crash, 2008. So my pick here for precious metals, of course, is silver at this time. The ratio between gold and silver is a key indicator of which you should hold. And we got into that a couple of weeks ago, so you can look at the archives and look at our research and our evaluation of gold and silver play. Right now, silver is the better buy, in my opinion, for many reasons. Because I think it's eminent now that the fiat world, the paper asset world, is well beyond the crash. It's terminally declining. The banking of the world, fiat currencies, there's a movement in the world that you're going to see significant changes here in the next decade. So it's always great to protect what you have and insure that. And you can do that through our products here. We have, I think, 3 or 4 different gold products, 3 or 4 different silver products. The highest quality, 4.9. They're minted, designed out of Scottsdale, Arizona, through the Scottsdale Mint. So thank the folks there at Scottsdale, second largest mint in the United States, that joined us in our effort to help insure and protect people worldwide. So we have something that I believe is crucial for the future because fraud and asset classes, as people get more desperate, fraudulent attempts increase, tenfold. So what Scottsdale's put together is something called CertaLock. It's DNA, if you will. It's got a QR code. It's got a serial number. It's tamper-proof. It's got a hologram. It's trackable right off your mobile phone. There's an app, a free app that you can download. Every time you buy a piece of gold or silver, why, of course, you can track it right to its destination, whether that be your residence or whether that be an offshore vault. Whatever you choose, this is the future of security of the precious metals industry. So it's a wonderful product. It's a great tool for tracking and authentication for all your precious metals holdings. So CertaLock we absolutely love. Rare Whiskeys is another rare asset, real property asset that we'll bring out later this year. These pictures are from the House of Johnny Walker in Singapore, where they have what's called $1 million room. You look at whiskeys, they're up depending upon what they are, what age, the rarity, and so forth. Just like all other fine assets, the rarer it is, the better it is. So these have ranged from 500 or 50 to 500% over the last 2 years since we got involved. And then, of course, we get into cryptocurrency. It's been deemed by regulatory authorities as real property, meaning that, and we'll get into some taxes and some rules. Since it's that time of the year to, pay the man. We have some passive residual income products that are, it says coming soon, but they're here, open, active, ready to go. The appreciation on these green boxes that we'll share here in the slide is phenomenal. What a great way to have a very lucrative position in cryptocurrency while the market is tanking. We're making great appreciation in alternative cryptocurrency passive products, and that's what this is. You've heard proof of stake, you've heard proof of work, which describes the value in which coins, or how the coins derive value would probably be a better way of putting it. So this archaic electric grid that we've been on for, well, over 100 years, the folks at Green have put together a way to take very inexpensive energy and invert it to the blockchain, and it's known as proof of power. So green mining is one of those things that the timing's right. It has great utility, meaning it solves a product or solves a problem. It has great utility and a great future, and that's why we chose this product, and that's why we got so involved with green as proof of power. Most cryptocurrencies lack utility. 98% of all coins on the exchange won't be here 10 years from now. And I think that utility is key. You need to learn what coins have utility, which ones are just, a facade that are somebody just made over the weekend and popped them on the exchange. They really don't have any use. And we love blockchain. We think it's going to change the world. It'll be revolutionary in its effect in agriculture, logistics, communication. Everything will run on the blockchain. It is a fancy word for an accounting ledger. So there's lots of things that can be applied to blockchain, and it's the future of money. And there's no denying that cryptocurrency and blockchain will dominate slowly but surely here in the next decade. So if you're not part of cryptocurrency, it's not going to hurt you. Let's put it that way. Start out small, get involved, learn, subscribe to Atlas Forge, our educational platform, and learn about the future of money, because it's upon us right now. So we get into what makes a great company. Why did we make Panther Strategies? Well, we're a category creator in strategic metals that we've just launched. And if you've been following along through the first 90 days of beta testing, which was the end of last year, the fourth quarter last year, we have archived overviews of strategic metals and all that implies and all that supports of the Internet of Things, from drones to solar panels to electric vehicles to robotics, artificial intelligence, strategic metals. Anything that has a semiconductor, anything that has a microchip is really related and structured around strategic metals. It's one of those supply and demand things you always hear: buy low, sell high. Well, strategic metals is that hidden asset that you don't have to have a cataclysmic meltdown in paper assets for strategic metals to increase in value, because they have great utility. They support everything electronic. And why, of course, when supply strips out demand, you got to remember there's a population explosion. There'll be another 3 billion people that are added to the world's population over the next decade and a half. You've got the many people moving into capitalism, into the middle class, that are going to have the means for the very first time to have their first smartphone, computer. So strategic metals, as rare as they are now, the demand will continue to exceed supply. So it's a great place where, as we said, gold and silver is the foundation. It's hedging, and then invest from a position of strength. Well, we believe that's strategic metals, and we're the category creator, the only distributors that I know of that sell and offer strategic metals at a price point that people can afford. Before really we came along, if you really need to get the quality and the storage, and you really had to be a big corporation, because minimum buy-in to even obtain some of these strategic metals was $100,000. So we, through our purchasing power and our negotiation and our relationships, we've brought strategic metals as an offering at a price point people can afford, and we think it's an absolute great play. And you'll see more and hear more about that in the future. Be your own bank. and I like be your own bank, but I think I like be your own broker even better, because it's about taking control of your money and your situation and your circumstance. It's that everything that we offer, you own, maintain, and control it. And guys, you need to be proactive, because I've never seen, now I'm 53 years old and I've been through what, a couple of wars, a couple of crashes, some major debt, some huge bubbles on the stock market. Every 15 years or so, you have these cataclysmic events, whether it be in finance or war or bubbles or debt, or it seems to always happen. So there's clear and present danger. And you see these macroeconomic red flags everywhere in the world. And let's just be honest, the world's $300 trillion in debt. And that money's got to come from somewhere. And if history's any indicator of what's going to happen, it's going to come from you and me and the middle class through taxation that will absolutely destroy our standard of living, our quality of life. So be an owner. Don't have all your eggs in one basket. You hear that term a lot. And right now, it wouldn't be more prudent than diversification, having assets outside of your home bank, your home investment, your home broker. You need to take control and get out of the rat race of fiat currencies and pensions, 401ks. If all your investments and savings are in one bank or in one pension or 401k, and you only have one, but it's time that you either reduce that commitment into your 401k and get into real property assets that you own, maintain, and control. Because, in 2008, I was working at the largest mutual insurance company, and we sold every kind of product known to man. And as the meltdown began in 2008 and the crash, you had no control of your money. You couldn't sell a stock if you tried during that 3-week period. It was very volatile. It was very sad. And at that moment, I knew that the stock market was manipulated, and we took matters into our own hands. And now we are an advocate, and we fully support real property assets. We have zero paper assets. So diversify is the key to surviving and thriving the next decade or two, because it's going to be very volatile. A lot of crazy stuff's going to happen. You can bet on that. So first to market, we're the first to market in a lot of these core competencies that we share. So there's advantages to that. You get the lion's share of the market without competition. If we're the first ones to market, you're going to get the lion's share. You're going to make the majority of the commissions, the earnings, and put you in a position to be very, very successful. You'll make a lot more money. That's what I mean, return on energy. You're building a business, you're earning commissions on that, but yet the products that you acquire, why, of course, will earn you money as well. That's why we put this together. Panther's really an international turnkey opportunity, serving over 100 countries. We have replicated websites and all the tools that you need to be successful. And next week, we'll have our first look at our company-provided funnel. So that will help in the marketing efforts and add an additional business tool for you. We've got a great, very lucrative rewards plan that was based off of profitability for the end user, meaning you, the affiliate. It's very inexpensive to get started with Panther. We are the first financial education you won't get in school, and this is what we call Atlas Forge. Atlas Forge is a subscription-based educational platform where we talk about real money, the value of diversification. We've built relationships with and vetted professionals from around the world that are going to teach you, and you can learn and earn all on one platform. It's what I call big boy network marketing. So we love that. It's our flagship product, Atlas Forge. Diversify your asset and income in one opportunity. One of the ways that you get paid in Panther Strategy is real property assets. So just by becoming a member, part of your membership, the value in the membership is you get to choose your real property asset, and that will immediately diversify you. It can give you the ability to have assets under different jurisdictions, different regulatory authorities. It gives you an additional income stream. So it's a win-win for everybody. So membership has its privileges. When you become a member of Panther Strategies, you're going to earn passive residual income through the products that we sell. You're going to get a 3% discount on strategic metals. You're going to have the ability to earn 7 different ways through our compensation plan. And the 7 ways to earn are really somebody that goes out and builds a business, direct sales rewards up to 15%. We have career bonuses up to 50,000 euros per month. So Club Forge rewards 30 euros to 80 euros per cycle. And that's the number one way that you're going to get paid typically. But what's even more exciting is we have club matching bonuses. And for those of you that are go-getters that go and recruit and sponsor a lot of people and build a huge organization, you're going to get up to 22% or 3 generations, 10, 7, and 5% respectively on all of your personal indirects, their directs, and their directs. So typically what happens is, let's say you start with personally sponsoring 10 people. Those 10 people quickly become 30, and those 30 quickly become 120. So now you have a matching bonus 3 generations to 120 people right out of the gate. So it's very easy, very quick that you can amass a great residual passive income. And of course, we have a car bonus from 300 euros to 1,250 euros and incentives. And these are the things that get people really excited. Everything from, an iPad to investments, every threshold that you hit. Maybe you earn a car, maybe you earn an investment, maybe you earn a villa. So these incentives are a way for us to, give back and say thank you for a job well done. And these incentives are huge. They're very, very valuable. And then lastly, we look at, can this platform coexist with any other work schedule, 9 to 5, any other networking company, direct sales company? The answer is yes. Because our products is money. Money is the number one investment in the world. You can't do anything without barter, without exchange, without transaction of money. So we're in the money business, both as the platform and as, passive residual investments. So we have the ability to work from home, no schedule, no boss, no commuting, no sales quotas. You finally can get paid what you're worth. And we love it. So it coexists with any other company you might be dealing with, whether it be a nutritional company or what have you. The more successful you are in network marketing, the more money that you make. Why, of course, the more you need Panther Strategies to protect what you have, invest from a position of strength, and speculate in a safe environment. And we offer that. That's the reason why we launched the way we did. And for the last 90 days in the beta test was very first thing that you want to do is protect what you have. Hedge and insure. So that's gold and silver. Second step, you want to have a great investment that you can invest from a position of strength, and that's strategic metals. And then thirdly, depending upon your allocation, what you want to do and where you are in your life, and everybody's scenario is different, you get into the speculative role where you're going to take some money and you're going to put it in where there's high risk but high reward. And we've done the best we can with research and backgrounds and looking at different products from around the world to offer, green mining. We think from a speculative advantage point, it looks very promising. It has utility. So we've covered all bases within the first 3 months of beta testing: gold and silver, strategic metals, and now speculatively green mining in the cryptocurrency space. So that's how you start. That's how you build your foundation. That's how you invest from a position of strength, is just what we've laid out. So we've brought experts from around the world to assist us with this. As many of you know, Nicole and I really traveled the world in hopes of finding good, honest relationships and products that we could share. And every product that we offer, make no mistake about it, Nicole and I have already done it, own it, been through the process. We've met the people that represent these products from around the world. We spent 2 years traveling the world, meeting people. Because as you get to know us and as you'll understand, we won't invest in things that we don't do it just to flip of the wrist. We like to go meet the people. We like to see what it is. We like to go through the process, the logistics, the delivery, the licensing, the manufacturing, just to make sure, because the world is so full of so many nonsensical scams, if you will, that you just can't, because somebody has a website and a picture, you don't even know if that's who it is. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times that if we hadn't done our due diligence, if we hadn't paid attention, we'd have lost a lot of money. I remember just 2 years ago, we went down to Panama to start our real property asset portfolio to find out that the guy was scamming people. And we had checkbook in our pocket. So we count our blessings and thank God that we did what we did, and we went and met people, went to offices and asked around, got some third party injection of opinions and so forth, and came away, did a background check, found out, well, this guy wasn't up and up. So you learn something every day, and I'm very prudent in my ways of investing and sharing. But I look at the future. Now, the future is very interesting, first of all, because there's population explosion, and all of these niceties, all these products of convenience are just getting started in what we call the Internet of Things, everything electronic vehicles. You look at mandates from around the world, electronic vehicles wouldn't exist without strategic metals, neither would drones. And then we look at cryptocurrency, the best improvement in money in, well, 5,000 years. And cryptocurrency will dominate the money landscape for the next decade as it increases its scalability, its utility, its ease of use, and its appeal to the masses and adoption and monetary velocity increases. You're going to see cryptocurrency as your go-to form of transacting and bartering in the future. So you need to learn about it. And if you learn about it, I think it will open your eyes to learn how to make money with it. Understand that biggest industry in the world, money, and cryptocurrency is challenging the oldest monopoly on money in history, and that money. It's controlled the people for forever, so we got into cryptocurrency, which is the future. Robotics, solar, wind. If you follow us on Facebook and you look at my posts, and I post a lot of things about alternative energy, solar, because that's where the future is. It's cheaper, cleaner, more efficient than fossil fuels. We're continually stripping our Mother Earth of its elements, and we're killing our world. So it only makes sense that solar panel, wind power, hydropower, these green mining and the inverting of energy onto the blockchain through green, it just makes sense. And then the one thing that will change the world that I'm already starting to see around the world, we're all going to switch from 4G to 5G. It'll be another one of those technologies that absolutely changed the world. 5G is approximately 1,000 times faster than 4G. It's exactly the locomotion or the locomotive that will fuel and drive drones, electric vehicles, cryptocurrency, robotics, because smartphones or 5G smartphones and 5G, its ability to be faster, it's all about data. And the more data, because data is the asset, data that controls electric vehicles, data that controls the drones, the data that the blockchain runs on for confirming and affirming transactions in that ecosystem, it'll give you more ability to scale. You'll have the ability to confirm transactions much, much faster than 4G. To quantify it for you, it's like saying you're in an electric vehicle, an autonomous electric vehicle that's self-driving. It can stop now in an inch versus 10 feet. That's how fast it needs to be. That's the missing ingredient to pull all things, what we call the Internet of Things, together. And you're going to see the future that's going to be built up of these robotics and these drones and electric vehicles. You're going to have smartphones, smart computers, smart trains, smart cities that are all going to run on 5G, all run on cryptocurrency, and all be fueled by microchips. And you can't have microchips without strategic metals. So we think it's one of the best investments on the planet. With that said, because I think it's so important that you understand what the wireless revolution is doing, 5G will give the ability for satellites, TVs, phone. You won't need the internet in the future. It'll all be done satellite and all be done through 5G. So in essence, you'll have coverage and have access to capitalism anywhere in the world, from Antarctic to the jungles of Panama. It doesn't matter where you're at, or the Sahara Desert, or the deserts of Dubai. You're going to have coverage, and it's all going to happen with 5G. We are going to connect the world through 5G. And it's just now beginning, meaning knowing what I know, everybody's going to need a new 5G computer. Everybody's going to need a new 5G phone. What do all these products utilize? They utilize cryptocurrency, blockchain, and most importantly, strategic metals. So with that said, that is our basic overview, or our overview of Panther Strategies as we see it, as we lay it out. Get a membership today. It's very inexpensive to get started. Check us out, engage in our culture, get back with the person that shared this video with you. Call me directly, connect with us in Facebook or Discord. There's Panther Strategies chat rooms, Atlas Forge chat rooms. So you're welcome to come on board. If you want to have a one-on-one conversation, I'm free to do that. So as we start at the beginning and the building of this foundation of Panther Strategies, we plan on helping, assisting, and providing that platform, that one-stop shop to earn, learn, thrive, survive, and make some great money doing it, have a lot of fun doing it. Got some people that have come on board now that are loving what we're doing, says it just makes sense. It's the best platform that they've seen. And then we've got other people that are just still kind of putting their toes in that don't quite get it. And that's okay. We're here for the long haul. You guys, we've been doing this for decades, and the common denominator around the world is people wanted a good, safe, reliable platform with no BS, no hype, and something that's going to be around 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Something that's not just a flash in a pan, a money grab where it's open one year and closed the next and it's gone and people lost all their money. That's exactly what we don't want to do. We want to make hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands of millionaires over the next couple of years. We've got the platform, we've got the product, we've got the education, we've got the experience. It doesn't get any better, in my opinion, than Panther Strategies. So thank you for joining us here today. Have a great day. We're excited about 2019 and Panther Strategies. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, guys.